Each day as I continue on these 2 oral antibiotics, I have this moment of decision.
So you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be, be.
Good morning, guys. I am on my way to go pick up some groceries. It is beautiful. It's 73 degrees. All right, let's see what we got here. Hello.
Oh, you scared me so bad.
I scared you?
Well, I was like, Peter? And then I didn't hear anything, and then I was like, who? Ollie,
Hi,
what is
buddy.
that look? What was that?
Hi.
Did Peter surprise us?
I surprised you. I got the groceries.
Thank you.
All right, looks like Mary got us the necessities like Dr. Pepper. Oh, I need some wood glue for a project I'm working on. Carpet cleaner, I think for cleaning a purse. Toothpaste, excellent. And avocado. Yeah, I am analyzing your purchases.
Why did she buy that?
No, not yet.
Did you get cold?
Bananas, mayonnaise, salsa, sugar, milk, half and half. Ooh, she got me some yogurt. So let's see what flavor she got. Oh yeah, lemon meringue pie and carrot cake creation. I've had both of those and they're delicious. No, thank you. I love them.
I got you cinnamon bun.
Ah, that sounds weird, but
Peter, you always say
I always say that. I know, but oh, Mary's been digging in the mornings. Little bagels with whipped cream cheese. So good. And that's all, folks. Okay, guys, welcome to the messy basement as I work on, this is what I needed the wood glue for. So I'm making you guys have seen the wood sign in our living room that says it as well. I'm making a little one of those for some friends, and they just moved apartments. So we thought it would be a nice like housewarming gift. So I am going to put these together. Okay, we got those boards being glued together. We'll check back in here a little bit later.
Each day as I continue on these 2 oral antibiotics, I have this moment of decision mid-morning, and I say to myself, I wonder if these antibiotics are gonna start working. And I make that decision whether I take Tylenol to prevent that afternoon headache. What it seems like is, depending on the day, the headache and the fever kicks in. Well, the headache, so some days I'm just kind of waking up with a low-grade fever, but the headache tends to kick in early mid-afternoon or late, I don't know. I guess each day it's different. But yesterday I was at church and my head doesn't hurt, and so that's fine. And then right after church I was like trying to decide, well, I've been on these antibiotics for quite a few days now, maybe the headache won't hit today. Maybe the antibiotics are working. And so Peter and I went out to lunch, and I was like, I'm gonna not take Tylenol and just see, I've gotta see if the headache's not there. Because I don't want to just keep slapping that Band-Aid on, the Tylenol Band-Aid. I'm thankful for that Band-Aid because it helps me function, but I need to know if there's a headache going on. So anyway, I waited yesterday, and it turned out, basically then once the afternoon happens and the headache starts, just like sitting here, it's fine. It doesn't hurt that bad. But then once I start coughing, it hurts so bad. So then once the headache is escalated from a coughing fit, then the headache is at a higher pain level until and if Tylenol kicks in. So today, here I am, Monday, and I'm trying to decide, are the antibiotics working? I can already feel, I'm getting ready to take my temperature, and I am pretty sure I'm gonna get a headache today. So I'm gonna take Tylenol, I think. I don't know. I mean, it's almost been a week on orals on these antibiotics, so I've got to know at some point if they're working or not. But I think for today, I'm just gonna go ahead and take Tylenol, prevent that horrible afternoon headache. Like I said, it's fine as long as I'm not coughing, but as we know, coughing is inevitable. And preventing, so when I do have a headache, my body is like breathing really like strange rhythmically, trying not to cough, which that means I'm not doing airway clearance, and that means my lungs are suffering because of it. So it's important to keep the headache under control, but there's that weird balance of I don't want to just slap the Band-Aid on it every day. So we'll see what happens, but I think for today I'm gonna go ahead and take Tylenol, and maybe tomorrow the antibiotics will work. Maybe. I hope. I thought they would have started by now. I thought it would have helped by now, but we'll see. I'm actually getting ready to finish my vest for the morning. Lately, the way I've been doing it is I have been doing my nebulizers. So in the morning, I wake up in my bed upstairs. I spend, I don't know, 30 minutes just staying in bed, clearing out the initial junk in my lungs from the night. I was actually up at 5 in the morning this morning, just coughing and getting nasty stuff out of my lungs. And then I was able to fall back to sleep, which I was so glad. Anyway, then I spend, like 20 or 30 minutes coughing and clearing my airways upstairs. And then I'll come downstairs to this room, and I've been doing my pulmozyme and hypertonic saline, nebulizers, and then I do like I think it's called the Minnesota method. It's like a programming on the vest, and I do a 30-minute set of that, and then I either restart it immediately and do the other 30 minutes, because for the last like 4 years probably, I've been doing an hour of vest instead of a half hour. I just find that it helps wake my lungs up better, and so I'm getting ready to do the second half hour right now. And anyway, yeah, I think my point was I have an hour-long program where each setting, so it goes like a higher frequency and a higher pressure, each setting changes the frequency and the pressure, and I have a program that does a 10-minute, what's the word? Session. Not session. Setting. Each setting is 10 minutes, so 6 settings at 10 minutes each, so an hour, and I also have one that's 5 minutes, and it adds up to 30 minutes. You get it. But I am doing the 2 times 30 instead of the 1 hour because it feels better for the pressures to change every 5 minutes instead of every 10 minutes, and I do it twice. That is as clear as mud. It makes sense in my head. You know what's a random item of beauty? When you refill the soap container and it has bubbles all through it. Isn't that so cool? Simple joys. Simple joys. Ta-da! Also, I use an empty saline syringe that I fill with water to water these plants. It works great, especially for like the hanging ones. We don't close on our new house for a while, but I'm collecting some cleaning supplies to take with us when we do close, because we probably won't be moving full-time down there. There's a lot of details to still get figured out, but we're gonna need some essentials when we get there. So I'm just packing up some things now while I'm thinking about it, so they'll be ready to go.
Honey, working here.
I know. If you ever wonder how these designs come to fruition, how they are birthed, right there. That face of concentration. Look forward to some new designs soon.
Okay, so I have this all put together. Now it's time to get it rustic looking. Okay, so here's how I do these. Is I usually do some white splotches on it first, which helps repel some of the areas that the stain goes on, and then I do like a walnut to give it kind of an aged look, and then I do sun bleached grayish stain that I do on top. So, and I don't let them fully dry, that way it doesn't fully soak in and kind of makes it a little more splotchy, which if you're normally staining you don't really want, but when you're going for a rustic look, I think it looks pretty cool.
I'm doing some cleaning down in the basement, and I just came across my lunchbox. Now this lunchbox, my dad used to work for Bluebird Bus Company, and so he gave me this lunchbox. I think, now I'm trying to remember, it was probably 2004 when he gave this to me. And so in 2005, I started working at a little retail shop in our town, and I would take my own lunch. I'd often take a jar of the, what's it called, goober jelly, and a loaf of bread. Or why did I take a whole loaf? Who knows? But I would pack that school bus lunchbox and take it to work. And then when I was a teacher at camp, I would take it with me. And it has followed me for so many years, and it's sticking around, man. I'm not getting rid of that. I'm super sentimental. Plus, it's a quality lunchbox, so it's sticking around.
Okay, this will be my second trip to the post office today. Thank you guys for your orders. They are coming soon. Well, it's evening now, and well, it's after, what is it, 6:30 or so. We are supposed to go hang out with some friends tonight at their new place, and Mary's feeling a little worn out. It's been a lot this, can you believe it was a week ago I was getting ready to fly out to go look at houses.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Is that right?
So like a lot has happened in a week, and you've been going pretty much, because she was holding the fort down while I was gone. And then we've just had a lot.
Social stuff.
Yeah, a lot of social stuff, and
good social stuff.
But anyways, Mary's feeling a little worn out.
I am. I'm hoping to revive in the next 30 minutes.
Well, I need to finish that sign. It's been drying out in the sun, so I printed the decal, so let's go put it on. All right, here it is. And you guys will recognize that with the one I made for Mary's birthday 2 years ago, I think.
I was just over here testing my blood sugar to see if my Dexcom was correct, and it was correct. It said 70, what did it say? 79 and 2 arrows down, and for real it's 73. But anyway, I looked over and look, there's evidence of that bird in our house. I'm not kidding you. That's a birdie doo-doo. So I'm gonna go treat this low. These are the times but I'm so grateful for this Dexcom because I don't feel low at all. And it looks like I'm going down real fast. So let's do this. Don't mind my completely red face from coughing. And just like that, we are back. We had a great time with our friends. I revived. I gathered up my energy and we had such a good time. And now we're back home and I'm actually about to dismantle this succulent. I call it the pagoda. I guess I thought it looked like a pagoda. What? But he will definitely need to be dismantled. He's too tall. He can't even stand up on his own. So I'm gonna behead him. This is what you're supposed to do. Supposedly, I have done this to a few of my plants. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna do it. So basically, you behead the top. This is how I've done it. And then I take off the petals by the bottom. And then I will keep those petals and propagate them. And we will see what happens.
You talking about succulents again?
Yep. Sorry.
Just got it bad.
With that, we say,
as always, we will see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. And good night to Ollie boy. He knows the cue.